What's up, Decade? Welcome to MSD Presents MindState. I'm Dre. This is Mike, and we have a special guest today, Darl. So, welcome to the show.
Thanks, guys, for having me.
Man, no problem.
Well, where do we want to get started today?
We got a few topics today, and then we'll probably at some point interrogate Darl. But yeah, a couple of our members couldn't make it today, so hopefully they'll be here the following week for our special episode.
Yeah.
So
Next week we're doing our first live episode at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So feel free to come hang out, chat, just bullshit with us. Give us topics to talk about. There will be links posted in the Facebook group and probably on each of our personal pages. So, we're looking for anyone and everyone to come out and hang out with us. So make sure you jump on that.
yeah.
Speaking of our group, the Decade, you said you had a topic special for one of them.
Yeah.
So let's jump in with that. That should be a good conversation.
We have a fan of the show. I believe she goes by the tag name of MAUL Geek Be Like, and we just call her MAUL for short. And of course, she's a huge Star Wars fan, specifically a Darth Maul fan. Now, I like Darth Maul. It's not my favorite villain. And mine's hands down. It got to be Vader. you know, but I have a question for you guys pertaining to the two, since I like Vader and most people like Darth Maul. If they were to fight, who would win?
I think I'd have to say Maul. He's a little more nimble, a little faster. Plus, two blades spinning.
Yeah. Do you think he would resort to that though? Because Maul was always known for just using the one side of his blade when he fought one on one, and then he usually use it as a staff if he's fighting multiple enemies.
Yeah, but if it came down to it, and if Vader was beating his ass bad enough, I think he'd pull out too. So it's one of those things, like circumstantially. If Vader found a way to disable the other half of the saber, Vader'd win.
Right.
One on one or one blade to one blade, done.
Right.
Vader would wreck him. It's over. But I think if Maul pulled out the dual blade, night Vader.
So you're going with Maul. What do you think, Darl?
I'm old school. I like Vader.
You like Vader's chances?
Oh, yeah. He'd use the Force. He'd throw things at him, distract him, and slow him down a bit. I think Vader'd take him.
All right, guys.
I agree with Darl. I'm sorry, Maul, but I think Vader is taking this.
I rooted for you.
My thing is with Darth Maul is that he wasn't traditionally trained as a Darth Lord.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And Vader was. Vader is like...
Yeah, Maul didn't have a whole lot of Force use.
Right. And because Vader went from being a Jedi into going into Darth Vader. I think the experience alone gives him a huge advantage. Mm-hmm. And like Darl was saying, with using the Force, and Vader can also turn invisible. I don't know if anybody knew that or not, but that's one of his powers. He can turn invisible if he wanted to. So he can like throw something, turn invisible, and then come up behind and
You know, like that.
I can see that.
Besides, if Vader can take down the Emperor, I think he can take down the MAUL.
That's an excellent point. See, I know when I wrote this guy on the shelf. Love this guy. But that's a huge point right there.
Yeah, I can give you that one. I think, honestly, if MAUL could dual blade, I think it'd be over. Because, like, MAUL would get in there, swing one side, Vader would block, and he'd just come around.
Sweep in, yeah.
You know, I think it would be over in 2 or 3 strikes.
See, I'm not really willing to go that far to say that it'd be a quick, easy fight. Even for voting for Vader, I think it's a battle that it's pretty close to each other. But that experience that Vader has and the different abilities, I think would be in his favor. You know, like I said before, don't get me wrong, I like Darth Maul. He's the reason why I could sit down and watch episode 1. He's the only reason why I can sit down and watch episode 1. The rest of the movie sucks. But
it's a Brachian asshole.
You know what I mean? But I don't know. I think it's 2 votes to your 1. So
yeah, I think you guys take me on this one. So I want to talk about something. This is going to be pretty fun. When this airs, it'll be Sunday morning, which means 3 days since Pokemon Go's release. This is ridiculous to me, right?
Oh my Lord.
Last night, me and Chad were actually wandering around town, you know, just dicking with it a bit, you know, trying to figure it out and stuff like that. It was 1:30 in the morning, and there were no less than 40 people walking around town, all of them with their phones out, and you knew exactly what they were doing. And it was just hysterical. Like, we were down at the park, and one of the monuments lit up, which means that somebody had put something on it. And we look over, and sure as shit, 10 feet away from us, there's a group of 3 people, like 3 fully grown adults, sitting on the walkway with their phones out, just going. And I was like, are you shitting me right now? Like, we had another guy, he looked about my age, came walking across the street, girlfriend in tow, phone in his hand. And as a joke, I turned and I looked at him and I went, you find anything good? And all he could say to me was, there's a Squirtle on the walkway somewhere. I can't find it though. like that's how crazy this shit's going already. Like, it's insane.
I don't understand where this came from. Like, I go on this website every single day called WorldStar, and someone had posted a video of them playing Pokemon Go, and they was walking around their neighborhood asking everyone that they seen, you know, are you playing Pokemon Go? And people was like, yeah, you know. And I'm like, what is this? Is this real? You know what I mean? And because it looked like it was over in Japan or something, because there was a lot of Japanese people. And I was like, what is this? Like, you know, I didn't think it was over here. And then I get on Facebook today, and a whole bunch of people are putting on Facebook, Pokemon Go, Pokemon Go. I'm playing Pokemon Go right now. It's fun, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, what? Is this like a joke or something, or is this real? And then I seen that Mike put on Facebook that he was playing and Chad was playing, and I was like, wow, like this happened like overnight.
Yeah, no, it was a silent release, actually. Danny's the one who told me about it, like, that it had gotten released. Like, we'd known about it for like a year now. Like, and we just didn't know when it was coming out or anything like that. And they did like a silent release overnight the one night. And Danny just texts me and says, I caught a Charmander. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And she said, Pokemon Go's out. And I was like, since fucking when? Here it had only been out for a couple hours. The servers are real glitchy right now. Like, I don't think they were expecting everyone in the world to just jump on this shit as hard as what they did.
Right.
But the servers are real fucky right now. And I saw that there was a post made about how fucky the servers were. And someone from Niantic actually commented on this post that said, I am one guy operating 100 servers, all of which are connected to like 168 million people that joined first day. He's like, no other game company has ever had this kind of launch. Give me a bit. You know?
See, that's what we gotta do, dog. We gotta come up with some kind of stupid game and get paid.
Yeah, that's it. That's all you gotta do.
The guy, you remember that stupid game, fucking Flappy Bird, that came out?
Yeah.
The guy that made that was just dicking around and he made it, right? And that shit fucking exploded. And he had it for sale on, I think it was iOS and Amazon and stuff like that, the Google Play Store and shit. He had it on sale on there for like $2, right? In 3 weeks, he made $320 million.
Jeez.
And he immediately removed the game from the App Store and was like, I didn't want any of this. Like, I didn't want any of this. I guess he gave like a good majority of the money he made off of it to charities and shit.
Oh, wow.
So I mean that's cool and everything like that.
Yeah.
But you know, like I mean
That's so weird though. It's like
anything seems like a money grab anymore. Like we sit down and do a podcast and I still kind of feel like it's a money grab. We're only worth 75 cents as of last night. But you know, I still feel like it's a money grab at the moment. You know, it's one of those things. People do pretty much anything for money, and then every now and then someone just stumbles into this shit and doesn't even want it. You know,
right.
It's like,
give it to me. Man, that's crazy. I can't believe some of the success that people have over the most simple things.
all it was is tap your screen and then the bird flies between two pipes.
Yep.
You know, and it's like that is simple algorithm, that is simple coding. And dude made $320 million off of it. That's like Minecraft. Minecraft was an accident. Like Notch was just
it looks like an accident.
the guy that made it, Notch, he was just like dicking around and he was trying to make something completely different. And he's like, check out this game I just accidentally made. And he put it out there and it exploded. It just blew the fuck up.
It just makes no sense. Like the way the game looks and all that, like, I have no interest in it.
It's the simplicity. You know, like
yeah, exactly.
People want something that they can go fucking brain dead playing. You know, something that can burn away a couple of hours with no thought.
Right.
You know, like I remember I used to play Minecraft a lot. But like what would happen is like I didn't have a job at the time. I'd wake up and get on my computer and boot up Minecraft. And I go, I don't know why I'm still so tired. Look at the clock. Here I'd been playing for 18 hours straight. Shut off my computer and go back to fucking bed. Like, that happened on more than one occasion. Like, you just go completely fucking brain dead while you're playing this game. You know? So it's like, that seems to be what people want. For some reason. Just to go absolutely brain dead. It doesn't matter what the graphics look like. If it's something that you can like lose yourself in, it's over. Forget it. You got a gold mine on your hands.
Okay. Well, since we're on this kind of topic of success of video games and simplicity and all that, Darryl, if you could create your own game, what would your game be consisted of?
I like pirates, dude. I do pirates.
Okay.
Kind of like Assassin's Creed 4 almost.
Kind of like Black Flag, yeah.
But more
piratey, not
Right.
so much as going through the town and climbing and jumping on buildings, but basically, you know,
the ship
out on the ship, out on the sea,
the
whole
ship
9 yards, you know, something like that.
Raiding other ships and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. That'd be a good time.
And then, like, if I was to have a hand in that game or something, I would like have. You can choose either you could be good pirates, where you do stuff to help other people. Yeah, what Mike just said. Or
there's
just
pirates and privateers. They do the same thing. Just one runs under the crown.
or just be straight up bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Go to towns and kill people and take their stuff.
Rape and pillage.
All right, so you growing up as a kid, what is the one game that you used to play as a kid that stuck out to you the most?
You guys realize how old I am, right?
Man, we might have to go all the way back in the Stone Ages. Like,
Hey, now, my favorite game as a kid was Pitfall on Atari.
okay,
That was the old school shit right there. I would play that for hours, as you know, being 7, 8, 9 years old. You know,
right.
Until like Nintendo come out, and then it was Super Mario World, of course. You know, Mario Kart or whatever, and whatever Mario. You know,
Right.
That was the thing.
And now us like full-time gamers see something by Nintendo come out. I'm like, God damn it, just go away.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was old school Atari.
Unless it's got a dude in a green tunic swinging a sword around, I don't care. Like that's as far as my Nintendo goes. Is if it's not Zelda, go the fuck away.
I've seen they're releasing a new Zelda.
Yeah, it kind of looks bad.
Yeah, it does. Oh. All right. I have a topic that's a little bit more serious.
All right.
The shootings that has been happening.
Yeah.
If people don't know, there's been a couple people that's been shot by cops. In some cases, they were innocent and didn't do anything wrong. In one incident, one did do something wrong. People refusing to talk about. But it's causing riots. It's causing black people to say it's all about race and saying that the cops are racist. I've read comments about the incidents, and there are people that are saying that white people need to die, all white people are racist. You know, it's getting out of hand. And it kind of had me upset. It's like, the incidents that happen, why does it always happen to where people all of a sudden decide, let's unite, you know, and fight against the oppressors.
Under the wrong reasons.
Right.
Yeah.
And let's face it, this is just true. Half the people can care less about the ones that got killed. They use these incidents to their advantage to act up, to rob stores, to cause destruction, because they just see it as a gateway.
Yeah.
You know.
A free ticket.
what I hate the most is that politicians jump all over this kind of stuff and they use it for their politics. They try to gain votes. Hillary Clinton used it. She had a speech and was like, I can never imagine how it feels to be a black man and be in a situation when a white cop pulls you over. It's like, what? Are you for real? Like, you really gonna go there?
See, the thing of the matter is like, it's not about race. Like, I've seen some of the videos, like some of the body cam videos of like what's happening, and it was some of these, some of these shootings directly, right? Like I've been paying attention to all this shit too, and like I've watched some of the body cams, and it's like, if that cop didn't shoot that fucking guy, the cop was gonna get shot,
right?
Or like, you know, like the one I saw him. The cop told him to get out of the car, and the guy was like sitting there, like not moving. The cop was like, "Sir, I need you to remove yourself from the vehicle," which is standard procedure. If the cop asks you to get out of the car, you get out of the fucking car.
Exactly.
You know, that's all there is to it. But instead of getting out of the car, the guy reached into his center console. Right there, I'd have shot his ass. Right there. Because at that point, it's his life or mine. Done.
People don't want to understand that though. They want cops to stand there and wait to be shot at, or, well, he could have tased him. Yeah, okay. If someone came up into your face and let's say that you have a weapon on you, and they pull out a gun, are you gonna? If you had like a taser and you had a gun, are you gonna go for your taser and like want to tase you? No, you're gonna pull out your gun and it's gonna be, shoot first or get killed.
Yeah.
And people are just like, oh, they could have handled it better.
No,
like,
what could be handled better is the fucking media.
Right.
Because in reality, I think it was you actually, Darrell, that posted the picture of the statistics for 2014.
Yes, I did, because it was something. I see this shit all the time on Facebook. I actually seen a post of a black man that was involved in a protest in Dallas, and when the cops were coming up on him to bust them, he actually handed the cop his weapon, was willing to turn himself in to clear his name, and asked what he could do to help them.
Right. Yeah, I saw that. The guy that was falsely accused of being a suspect.
Yeah.
He was open carrying an AR-15.
But what I had posted was statistics that more white people get killed than any other race.
Right.
So what does it matter? Black lives matter, blue lives matter. It doesn't matter.
Right.
Whether you're blue, you're black, you're red, you're pink, you're green, it doesn't matter.
Exactly.
What about American lives matter?
Right.
Right.
I 100% agree. This is going to sound crazy, but I really don't care if we have anyone that watches the show, and if you're black and you feel a certain type of way about the situation, and you saying it's all about race and blah blah blah, I really don't care. I hate Black Lives Matter. I hate the movement. I hate what they stand for, because they only come up out of nowhere when if it's a white cop killing a black man, then all of a sudden they want to come out and let's unite and let's be together. But okay, so let's talk about Chicago, where they've had over 60 shootings and over 20 people got killed. This is black on black. Nowhere. I don't hear nothing about Black Lives Matter at that time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, where are you then? If you really care about your people, why don't you rise up and help that situation? No, you wait until it's one officer with one black man, and then all of a sudden it's all of white America that hates the blacks. It's like, bump that, man. I don't get with that. You know what I mean? And it really pisses me off when I see stuff like that. Because it's like, you don't care. You use this stuff for your advantage. They're just as bad as the politicians. know. So I'm not with the Black Lives Matters or the other people pit all lives matter. No, it's if they're innocent, then be angry and do something about it.
Yeah, if they're doing this shady shit, like reaching into stuff and hiding their hands from cops, they're gonna get shot.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it.
They're trained to do that.
Yeah, and like the one girl live streamed from her phone onto Facebook of her and her boyfriend in a traffic stop, and her boyfriend got shot.
Yeah.
And here, I searched around, and I found the body cam footage from that shooting. And right before the cop pulls his gun, dude reaches down into his door.
Well,
what the fuck did you think was gonna happen?
In that situation, the boyfriend did tell the cop that he was an open carrier. Like he said, he had a pistol in his right hip. He told the cop this.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Hey, I do have a firearm. You know, just to let you know." And the cop was already nervous. You know what I mean? And in that situation, I kind of think that the cop might have reacted a little too soon.
Jumped it a little bit, but
yeah.
Even then, you know, when it comes to safety, you know, they'd be like,
make sure your hands are where they can see them. Don't be fidgeting around. I'm gonna tell you guys. I'm gonna tell you guys a story, and this is absolutely true. This happened in 2008, and it's happened to me. And all I gotta say is, if they tell you to do something, then you listen.
You fucking do it.
Me and my wife at the time, she was my girlfriend. We was coming back from a date. We had just went out to eat, and we was going back to my house, and she had turned off and went down this wrong street. And we go down this road, and it's a dead end. So we get down there, and she's about to turn around. When we get to the bottom of that dead end, because it's like a downhill.
Yeah.
So we get down there, and she's like pulling out, and she's about to go back up the right way. This car starts coming down the same road that we just came down. So we're just sitting there, and I was like, "Who's that?" You know. She was like, "I don't know. Let's just see what they're doing." And the car pulls in front of our car. And then this big spotlight comes on. Turns out it's a cop.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh man, okay, just be cool, you know. And the cop, he gets on his speaker, and he was like, "What are you two doing?" And like, I'm like adjusting myself in my seat, and he said, "Stop moving. If you move again, I will shoot." So I put my hands up. I'm like, "It's cool, man. I'm not doing nothing. You know, we're good." And he yells it again. "Stop moving around, or I will shoot you." So I sat there. And I stayed still. You know what I mean? He gets on his radio, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna need some backup." It's like, "For what? I ain't doing nothing." You know what I mean? 4 more cop cars come down that road, and they surround our car. And there were 6 white cops that get out, male, and 1 female. All the males come to my side of the car. The female cop goes into my wife's side. They tell me to get out of the car. So I get out, and I'm not exaggerating any of this. They all had their guns out. And now all of them, 2 of them, as long as I can remember, 2 of them had them pointing at me. The rest of them had them down at the ground.
Yeah.
So they tell me, "Come over here with us now." So I go over there, and I'm looking over at my wife to make sure she's okay. And the female cop, she's leaned over at the window and she's like, "Ma'am, is everything okay? Do you know this guy?" And she was like, "Yeah, that's my boyfriend." And she was like, "Are you sure? You can tell me. You can be honest." And she was like, "No, I'm serious. That's my boyfriend. I know him. You know, I'm hearing all this going on." And the other cops, they start searching me. Now they didn't have no right unless they had me under suspicion or something. But at the time, this is why I felt so stupid for so long and so embarrassed because I didn't know my rights. I didn't know anything. You know what I mean? It's like when you see a cop, you do everything you can to avoid. You know what I mean? But I didn't know any of that. And they're asking me all these questions that they shouldn't have been asking me. And they're the one cop, he had his hands in my pocket and he's patting me down and all that, violating me. And I'm just standing there and I'm just taking it, you know, and I'm like, I can't do nothing. It's 6 versus 1. If I yell or make a movement, they're looking for an excuse to pop me. You know what I mean? And I stood there and I took it. And the female cop, she's over there, you know, well, you just never know, you know, because he could be a drug dealer or, you know, a pimp, or you just don't know, you know. And I'm like, what did I do? You know, they done ran my information, all that. But amongst all of that, I still didn't say, you know what, forget all white people, they need to die, and this and that. No. I did what I was told. I complied.
Yeah.
And I got to live to see another day. You know, and it's like people need to understand some of these situations that happen. They either bring it on themselves or they make the situation escalate so much quicker.
Yeah.
Without having the, you know, the need to. Just follow orders.
Yeah, going back to what Mike said, he said the cop came upon a guy and told him to get out of the car, and he reaches in the middle of his console. What are you supposed to think? I mean, even not being a cop, what would you think?
Right.
You know? I mean, it's what cops are trained to do, and it's just common sense. I mean,
right.
You know, if you're have beef with somebody and they're reaching for something, what do you think?
Right.
You know?
Right.
What's really fun, Dre, is you were telling that story there, and all I could think about was before I started working at the plant, I worked at a dollar store, all right? And every Friday morning, I had to be there at 6 a.m. to unload truck and stock the shelves before we opened at 8. All right, so, you know, we'd get there at 6 a.m., do 2 hours of stocking, then open the store, and I'd have to run the register and stock shelves some more. And, well, the one morning I got there, and I got there like half an hour early. So I was like, screw it, I'll just sit in my car, listen to some music, smoke a cigarette, you know, relax a little bit before I go in there. So I'm sitting in my car, my window's down, you know, got some music rolling, smoking a cigarette. All of a sudden I see headlights come through the parking lot. I was like, oh, there must be my boss, right? No. It was a cop Charger. And I was like, oh, I wonder what he's doing. He came flooring through the parking lot, right? And this motherfucker, I swear to God, all of a sudden I just saw 6 more sets of headlights surrounding my car. And like he pulled right up so that his bullhorn was on my driver's side door. Like, couldn't have been more than that far away from it, right? So, and I knew exactly what he was doing right there. He was making sure that I couldn't open my fucking door.
Right.
Like, and he pulled up, and another one pulled up beside him, blocking the back doors, and then same on the other side, and then there was one blocking me in the front, one blocking me in the back. I'm parked in a space, freaking the fuck out. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And the cop, all the cops get out of their cars, and all of them level guns on my car. I'm like, what did I do? 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 And I'm like, I'm freaking out.
Right.
Here, somebody had broken into our store no more than 20 minutes before they rolled into the parking lot. Like, they were showing up for an alarm call. Here, when I pulled my car into the parking lot, I scared whoever it was that broke into our store out. You know how it is when you get to work. You do everything in your power to just ignore the fact that you're pulling into work.
Right.
So, like, I didn't notice that there was a car speeding out of the fucking parking lot. I didn't notice that any of this shit was going on. And, like, I had fucking 6 armed cops pointing guns at me. Like, how you were saying 2 of them had them pointed at you and the other 4 had them down towards the ground at the ready.
Yeah.
No. All of these motherfuckers were pointing guns at me. Like, even if, I had a gun, then no, I wasn't going nowhere. But, like, I'm, like, freaking out. My hands are up like this. Fucking, I dropped my cigarette in my car. So, my upholstery's burning. I'm like, this cop backs his car away from my door and tells me to get out. And not just get out and get on the ground. So I did what he said, man. I was like, okay. And I got out of the car and I got down on the ground. All of a sudden I had all these guys standing over me and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden I hear, "He's one of mine!" It was my boss. She's like, "He's one of my guys. He's one of my guys. He's all right. He's all right. He's all right." I'm like, "I work here."
I would be shitting myself right about that.
Yeah, dude, it was fucking bad. Like, he kept asking, "Why are you here? Why are you here?" I'm like, "I work here. I work at Dollar General." And he's like, "Well, your boss is on her way, if she is your boss, and we're gonna find out." Like, the whole time, I'm like, But no, my boss pulled up. She's like, "He's one of mine." I was like, Jesus Christ.
Oh man, that's crazy.
It's fucking wild, the shit that they have to go through, And, like, I understand where all of the tension and shit comes from with them because, every day they're at risk. Every day they leave the house, they might not see their house again. And that's fucking terrifying. I'd never fucking survive as a cop because I'd be like, "Nope, I'm out."
What I hate the most about the situation is that when dumb people, especially get on Facebook and they post stupid comments about it. Like, I read this dumb comment. This one dude was like, "Freaking cops, they just think they can do whatever they want and kill anybody they want." And I see the cops down in Dallas, instead of protecting the civilians, they rather protect their own. It's like, really? Did you just read the comment that you just posted? Like, that's what they're trained to do. You know what I mean? It's like, if people are attacking you, who are you protecting? You know what I mean? If they're out to kill you, aren't you supposed to do your duty? And
you protect the dude that's got your back.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, that person just doesn't realize that. Like, I thought that was kind of funny. But all right. So moving on from this serious topic, I don't want to consume our whole podcast. I mean, yeah, it's a pretty serious thing, but we got a lot more fun stuff to talk about. So I want to talk about the new Jason Bourne movie that's coming out. I just recently seen the trailer for it. I'm actually kind of confused. They're calling this movie is just called Jason Bourne, and I don't understand because like the people they showing the people like behind the scenes and they're looking at the surveillance cameras and stuff and they're like, it's Jason Bourne. It's like the dude just found out in the last movie that his real name is David Webb. So why are they still calling him Jason Bourne?
I've never seen any of them, actually.
Really?
None of the Bourne movies.
Oh,
I've never
no.
seen any of them. I just never really had an interest.
What, have you?
I have seen the first two. I haven't seen the third one.
Okay.
I haven't watched the third one yet, but I did see the trailer for the new Jason Bourne movie.
I hope I didn't do anything freaky then.
Oh, it's cool.
But yeah, and the third one, he finds out his real identity, his real name is, like I said, is David Webb. I'm just trying to figure out in this new one, why is he still being called Jason Bourne? And apparently they got this new program because, you know, in the first two, it was Black Briar. Yeah. And this new one, I don't remember the name of it, but it's a whole new program, whole new threat that he has to deal with. So I'm kind of interested to see what he has to deal with that. But as far as what I've seen, like some of the action scenes and stuff, it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, just by watching the trailer, it does look pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like you said, if he's already had his identity revealed to him, so where's the plot going with this? You know?
Right. I'm kind of curious about that. He doesn't need to find anything else out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he could easily just walk away and not even worry about the new threat. You know what I mean? Because he's already cleared. But I don't know. Something has to happen for him to go back into it. Maybe like a friend or girlfriend or something gets killed or something. I don't know. But it looks pretty good. So if you get a chance, check out the trailer. And I'll probably wind up going to go see it because me and the wife, we're fans of the Bourne series. We've seen every single one. Even they did a spinoff with a whole new actor and all that. It was the one after the third Jason Bourne movie.
Jason Bourne Homemaker. They've had him doing everything else, haven't they?
Yeah, pretty much. But, yeah, check it out.
I got something, a fun question.
Okay.
What is your go-to game? Like, if you've just got some time to burn and you want something lighthearted, something funny, something, just stick around with for a few minutes and then take off for your day. What is that game for you?
Oh, that's a tough one. If I had like a hard day at work and I need something just to go to, it either has to deal with a fighting game or something that I can shoot somebody in the face. I ain't gonna lie. There's been a couple times I came home from work and I was pissed off and I picked Battlefront in. So Mike called me. How did you go?
Because you hate COD.
Yeah. Battlefront is my go-to game. Hands down.
How about you, Darryl?
Yeah. I'm a big fan of the whole survival horror, so I like The Evil Within. I pop that in for a few minutes. Just play it over and over. Just try to collect all the items that I keep missing.
Right.
Or, killing zombies, whatever. Something like that.
Okay.
Resident Evils, or what's that last one I bought was Dying Light, I believe.
Okay.
I'm messing around with that a little bit.
Okay. I've actually got a new one as of yesterday. Darryl was watching me play it for a minute.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun. Like I've always been a fan of the Saints Row games. And like I really like the Saints Row games. They're funny. It's the comedian's version of Grand Theft Auto. Is the best way I can describe it.
Right.
The games are all funny. There's crazy fucking plot twists and shit like that.
Yeah,
and
crazy weapons. And
all over the place. Yeah, like the Saints Row 3, one of the weapons is called the Penetrator, and it's a giant purple dildo on a stick. You know, it's like
I've had Saints Row 3.
It's a good game. It's fun to mess around with, but up until this point, like Saints Row 3 was the highest I'd played. Like that's the farthest I've gone in the Saints Row series. Well, this month, on PSN, anyone using PlayStation, pay attention. The free game this month is Gat Out of Hell.
Really?
Which is pretty much Saints Row 5. Because Saints Row 4 is like the presidential thing.
Yeah.
It's all fucked up.
Yeah, my daughter had Saints Row 4. I watch her play it a lot. And that Penetrator is in that game.
Is it too?
Yeah,
it is. Yeah. But no, Gat Out of Hell is the free game this month on PSN.
Wow.
And I downloaded it and I was like, I skipped 4, but you know, it shouldn't be too hard for me to pick up the pieces of where the fuck we're at right now.
Right.
You know. But like I just jumped in and started having fun with it and stuff like that, and it's Saints Row in hell, pretty much. You know, and it's cool. Like you're running around killing demons and shit like that. You've got like Lucifer's wings, and yeah, it's just awesome.
Yeah, I walked in, sat down, and he's flying around with fire wings, and he's shooting this cat figure with sitting in a lazy boy with Gatling guns on each side. It was cool. It was cool to watch.
Like it was just, it's nonsensical and it's funny, and I love it. And I've literally been playing it all day.
It was pretty cool when I had the third one because there's a code that you can put in that turns every single civilian into zombies.
There you go.
So I would put that code in and just run around town killing zombies.
There you go.
It's fun. So I'm gonna have to download that because
it's good. It's really short. Like if you don't do all the side shit, if you just run straight through the missions and shit, it took me 5 hours to beat it, and that was with like 3 hours of me just running around doing random shit.
Right.
So like in total, that game you can play it front to back if you run straight through the story in about 2 hours.
Okay.
And like it's just tremendous amounts of fun. Like I wasn't doing anything in particular. I was just shooting shit and fucking waiting for the big bad to come in. Like Grand Theft Auto. You kill enough people, you kill enough cops. Soon they send the FBI and then they send the army after you.
Yeah.
Right. Well, this one you kill a couple people. The cops, which are demons, show up. And they bring in the next tier demons. And then they bring in the Legionnaires. And then they bring in, well, for the first 10 times you do it, they bring in the Archdukes. The Archdukes of Hell. And they run around with this giant flaming sword and shield and just mess your shit up pretty bad. But I ended up killing all 10 of them between last night and today. And all of a sudden, the first time I saw one of these things was probably about 10 minutes before Darrell got here. And it looks like a dude in a cat suit with a giant, like, anime-esque cat head.
Yeah.
Comes running at me with this gun, and it sucks people up and then shoots them at you as bombs. And it's like, what the fuck is this, you know? And it's a nonsensically good time. And it's crazy fun.
Yeah, I haven't even realized. I haven't checked PlayStation Store in a while, so I'm definitely gonna have to check that out. But I've been playing The Wolf Among Us. It's a Telltale game, and it's like the Walking Dead games. I don't know if you guys ever played those for Telltale. But it's the same structure as that, where you make the decisions and all that, and it's fun. Like I was blown away. I wasn't too sure about how it was going to be, and I can't stop playing it. It's like I had to force myself to stop. I was like, this is just too good.
Yeah, I played the first one actually. It's kind of like Until Dawn's kind of like the same thing with your decision making, depending on somebody can die if you don't make the right decision.
Right.
But yeah, I think games like that are pretty cool because it's not the same. Like you're running through and doing missions, you make decisions that affect your gameplay and the outcome of what you're doing.
Right. Yeah. And I like games like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like because it doesn't become repetitive because you can put that game back in and then choose totally different choices.
That's and everything will come out differently.
Right.
I mean, you sit there, oh wow, I didn't know that was going to happen.
Right. Right.
So.
Yeah. But I want to mention something about the channel. Starting here in a couple weeks, we're planning on putting on our own little horror series, which is going to be pretty cool. John's going to be the front runner on it, and it's going to be MSD Presents Horrormore, and we're really looking forward to that. That's entirely John's spiel, so I'm not going to give anything away about what it's going to be or anything like that. It's just, it's going to be some creepy fun, and I'm looking forward to that real bad.
Yeah, same here.
Bringing a whole other audience,
Right. Yeah, we have a bunch of projects planned for the MSD brand that we're hoping to release pretty soon here, and everything's still in the works, but it will be getting released here. So.
And me and Chad are currently working on MSD Entertainment merchandise. We're trying to set up a store with Spreadshirt, so people will be able to get shirts with MSD Entertainment on it, or like one of our random quotes or whatnot.
Right.
So that'll be fun to do too. As of right now, we only have two series going on. We've got MindState, which is this. We've got Decay, which is our gameplay segments. Right now, all we're doing for the gameplay segments is you can catch us just about any day of the week, random hours of the day. We honestly have no idea when we're going to be doing it next, so I can't really make an announcement and say, hey, in 6 hours we're going to be doing this. No, it's whenever I drag my ass out of bed,
Let's just put it this way: if you're a subscriber, you'll get that ding to check it out, because I know when these guys get on, my phone goes off, I click it, I watch.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, every now and then you can catch Dre in the chat. Me and Chad are constantly paying attention to the chat and talking to people. We've gotten, how many subscribers have we gotten in the past week? I think we're up to like 10 in the last week, just from us live streaming.
Yeah.
I'm like, that is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So anybody out there, just please, dear God, spread the word. We're enjoying the fact that we've got more and more people listening each week. We're enjoying the fact that, me and Chad have people to talk to while we're gaming.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's fantastic fun.
We're starting to get fans to interact.
Yeah.
Like, I read the chats and people are saying that they're a fan of the podcast, and that's how they heard about us, and then they're checking out my chat, tear their thing up, doing the live stream. So it's pretty exciting, man. Like, I'm pumped.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, like this is a lot more than I could have asked for already. Right. And we keep growing.
We've already had 2 fans on the show so far.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. How are you enjoying this so far?
Oh, this is a good time, man. I like it. Yeah, cool, good.
But yeah, like, we got a lot of shit coming for MSD, so just keep your eyes peeled. Keep watching the channel. Keep watching the Facebook page. We're facebook.com/MSD group. Because some clown somewhere has MSD Entertainment already. is stupid. But, you know, we do what we feel like doing. But as far as that goes. But keep in mind, next week we are doing the 10th episode, and as a special, we're doing it live, which means 8 o'clock Eastern time. You can come in, you can chat with us. We're probably going to be having pizza and drinking a little bit, but you know, it'll be a good time. So make sure you check out what's going on and stuff like that. So I think we're about out of time. 9:30. Yeah, that's about 55 minutes.
Hey, I mean, if you want to squeeze in one more topic.
If you want to squeeze in one more topic, brother, that's all you.
All right. Do you have any questions for us?
There you go.
I don't know right now.
We're just sneaking.
Put me on the spot right now.
We're sneaking shit up on dogs.
That's what we do to our fans. We put them on the spot.
I really can't think of anything right now off the top of my head or anything.
How does it feel to be decayed?
Feels pretty good, I guess.
Well, you probably decayed a long time ago. Since
Yeah, you're right.
But nah, I think it's awesome. You know what I mean? Like, hopefully we can keep this going.
Keep the momentum.
Yeah,
absolutely. But I think there's where we're gonna call it quits for the night, and we will catch you guys next week with episode 10.
Yeah.
See you guys then.